Turner.fm. This is my beat breakdown for Kenny Beats Beat Battle. Whoa. First off, I want to say sorry for the scuffed audio. I know it's only coming out of the left ear. I've troubleshooted for like the past 3 hours. Couldn't figure it out, but I figured you're here for the beat and not my voice, so fuck it. Started off with the sample. Fire. Thank you, Kenny, for that. So I started off and did what any normal producer would do, and I created a riser out of that. Nothing too crazy, some delay, vintage verb, and volume automation, just to let this whoop come through. Yeah, pretty simple. I think after that I went on to messing with the sample. So I chopped it up, consolidated, chopped, consolidated, just to get something rhythmic. This is actually half-timed, which is weird. Yeah, that's why. Filter, use some space modulator, one of my favorite chorus, flange, phaser type plugins, and it's free, so that's cool. More delay, more vintage verb. Probably too much vintage verb, but whatever. And I got these high ones that kind of call and response. So those go together pretty nice. After the sample, I think I just laid down these keyscape roads. Super rough, pretty off the grid. And then after that, I think I just doubled them up with this Sentient Shadows, one of the best presets in Ableton, I think. There's lots of shimmer on the tail. I love it. Super simple. Just mirroring the same chords. I think after that, I had this piano. Typical, like, delayed out, verbed out disco piano, just to fill the gaps. Long feedback. And yeah, and then I think that's all for the melody except for this solo. That's another hive patch. Yeah. Beautiful. Vintage verb, delay. Are you surprised? That's everything for the melody. I had this stuff, which is stuff I was working on during the battle I wanted to show. It's not bad. It just doesn't add anything. I didn't want it to be too busy. This is so busy. Yeah, way too busy. So this stuff I got rid of, just to show that every idea doesn't have to make the final cut. Yeah, that's everything for the melody. Go on to the bass. Yes, sir. Typical disco walk up. Always works. Always gets people going. Yeah, so I just used a little hive patch. I use this patch all the time. Sounds great. Didn't even do any processing. Didn't even get a chance to decapitate it, but that's what happens when you only have an hour. Yeah, that's everything for the melody. Let's go on to the drums. First thing was obviously the kick. Just wanted to get that down to get a pulse. 4 on the floor except for these little grace notes. Nothing too crazy. And then I went searching for loops. I found some loops, probably too many loops. It honestly sounds bad altogether. could go back, I would take out like half of those loops. But loops nonetheless. I took some loops from Sango's drum kit, which is so fire. Like some Baile funk loops. Same thing with this one. Hard. Yeah, this one too. Those three are Sango loops. Count shaker loop. Is it a beat without a count shaker loop? Probably, but not for me. And then the last two are some Slate digital loops. I don't really like this one. If I could go back, I would take it out, but this is the main one that kind of had that vibe. Yeah, so those are all the loops. Like I said, probably too many, but you only got an hour, so just throw whatever works. So now we got these claps. Just a little syncopation. Hand a little bit. Not a lot of processing on these drums. And now we got this snare. I searched for a lot of snare sounds. I stuck with these because they cut through the mix. I'm not a fan of them, but what works, works. Can't question it. Alright, let's wrap this up. Next is this weird sample thing I tried. Didn't really work. But it's still in the mix, so I figured I'd show it. I was trying to isolate the pitch and like make a melody, which I should have like shortened up the loop lengths, but it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the time. So yeah, that's still in there for some reason, but you can barely hear it. And other than that, some chimes, which are even less in the mix. And then last but not least, some bird Foley. I figured we had a monkey sample, add some birds, keep it in the nature realm. And yeah, that is everything in my beat. Oh, there's a riser sound. So exciting. I layered with our monkey riser, and yeah, that is everything in the beat. That is my beat breakdown. Thank you to the community. Thank you to Kenny. Thank you to everybody. Y'all rallied for me in the beat battle with the dancing Russian kid. That was awesome to watch. That was so fun to be a part of. I'm so thankful. I actually got my Vocalier doubler in the mail today, so right after this, I'm about to bust that open and see what it's hitting for. And yeah, here is my full beat. Thank you guys so much. You can find me at TurnerDOTFM on SoundCloud, Twitter, YouTube, all the socials. So thank you guys so much, and peace.